Hello everyone. Hello Chelsea fans, welcome to Chelsea News Today updates. Chelsea poised to move in January, claims exclusive, but one previous top option ruled out. Chelsea are reportedly preparing for a decisive January transfer window, with the club poised to make significant moves to strengthen Enzo Maresca's squad. But one major target from previous windows has now been completely ruled out, according to an exclusive report. Sources close to Stamford Bridge suggest that the Blues recruitment team has already begun groundwork for at least two high-profile additions, with a new goalkeeper and centre-back believed to be top of the list. Maresca, who has emphasised stability and tactical discipline since taking charge, is said to have been in constant communication with sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart to outline the team's January strategy. Chelsea's long-standing interest in AC Milan goalkeeper Maignan appears to have finally reached a conclusion. While Maignan had been considered the club's dream option during the summer, insiders now claim that the Frenchman is no longer on the shortlist, with AC Milan determined to keep him and the player himself reluctant to leave mid-season. Instead, Chelsea are expected to focus on younger, more attainable alternatives, with scouts already deployed across Europe. The club is understood to be monitoring several keepers who fit Maresca's preferred style of playing out from the back, comfortable with their feet and capable of acting as a sweeper keeper. Defensive reinforcement, still a priority. Alongside the goalkeeping situation, Chelsea's recruitment staff are also eyeing a new central defender to bolster the backline. Injuries to Wesley Fofana and the recent rotation between Axel Disasi, Levi Colwill and Benoit Badiashile have exposed the lack of consistent depth in that area. Chelsea are poised to move decisively in January. Maresca wants a defender who can step straight into the team, someone who understands his build-up demands but also adds leadership and resilience. What's becoming clear is that Maresca's influence on recruitment has grown considerably since his appointment. Unlike in previous regimes, the Italian manager has been given a stronger voice in player profiling and selection. He's reportedly keen to bring in players who suit his possession-based, positional football philosophy, rather than signing based on market opportunities. The January window, therefore, is being viewed internally as a chance to fine-tune the squad, rather than overhaul it. The club remains cautious about spending heavily again, mindful of financial fair play regulations after several big-money summers. While Maignan may be off the table, Chelsea are continuing to keep tabs on multiple emerging names in Europe. Goalkeepers in France, Spain and Portugal have been regularly scouted, while defenders from Serie A and the Bundesliga are also under review. The club's data team is said to be working intensively to identify players who fit Maresca's tactical framework, capable of pressing intelligently, maintaining possession and transitioning quickly from defence to attack. For Chelsea supporters, the message is clear. Expect movement in January, but not the kind of chaotic spending spree that has characterised the past few windows. Maresca's version of Chelsea is beginning to take shape, and the next transfer period will be about targeted upgrades rather than wholesale changes. Still, with the Blues aiming to climb the Premier League table and push deep into Europe, the right signings in January could make all the difference. Chelsea are reportedly gearing up for an active January transfer window, with the club poised to strengthen their defence following months of injury setbacks and inconsistent performances at the back. However, one major name previously linked with the Blues is now said to be completely ruled out as a target. Maresca wants a leader in defence. According to exclusive reports close to Stamford Bridge, head coach Enzo Maresca has made signing a central defender his top priority for the winter market. Despite the return of Wesley Fofana and Benoit Badiashile from long-term injuries, Maresca remains concerned about depth, leadership and experience in his backline. The Chelsea boss is believed to want a commanding centre-back who can take charge defensively and bring stability to his possession-based system. Sources say Maresca is looking for someone who combines technical ability with strong aerial presence, a player comfortable building from the back, but also reliable when defending transitions. Chelsea are poised to move quickly in January. Maresca has made it clear he needs a defensive leader, someone who can organise the line and fit his tactical system immediately, one insider told Chelsea News. Chelsea's defensive record under Maresca has shown improvement, but the team has still struggled with lapses in concentration and lack of continuity. Fofana's fitness remains a long-term concern, while Levi Colwill and Axel Disasi have both been rotated frequently to manage workloads. With the club also competing in European competition, depth and reliability in central defence have become key issues. Maresca reportedly wants a player in the 26 to 30 age range, someone experienced enough to provide leadership yet still adaptable to Chelsea's style of football. While the club remains open to several defensive options, one previously favoured target, believed to be Marc Guéhi of Crystal Palace, is now off the table, according to the report. Palace have made it clear they will not sell in January, and Chelsea's recruitment team have since turned their attention abroad. Guéhi, a former Chelsea Academy product, was considered an ideal candidate to return to Stamford Bridge due to his Premier League experience and leadership qualities. However, with Palace unwilling to negotiate mid-season, the Blues have been forced to look elsewhere. Antonio Silva, Benfica, the 21-year-old Portuguese international, remains a long-term favourite at Chelsea. However, his release clause of around €100 million could make a January deal difficult. Chelsea's scouting team has been attending matches across Portugal, France and Italy in recent weeks to narrow down the shortlist before the window opens. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has reportedly made Antonio Silva his top defensive target for the upcoming January transfer window, as the Blues look to reinforce their backline with a world-class addition. The 21-year-old Portuguese international, currently starring for Benfica, has been on Chelsea's radar for over a year. But Maresca is now said to be personally pushing for the club to make a serious move to bring him to Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge. Maresca personally impressed by Silva. According to reports from Portugal, Maresca has been following Silva closely since taking charge at Chelsea. The Italian coach is understood to be a huge admirer of the defender's intelligence, composure, and ability to build play from the back, traits that perfectly fit his tactical philosophy. Antonio Silva is exactly the kind of defender Maresca wants: calm under pressure, confident with the ball, and capable of reading the game at the highest level, a source close to the Chelsea staff revealed. Silva's performances for Benfica in both the Primeira Liga and Champions League have drawn admiration from across Europe. Despite his young age, he has already established himself as one of the continent's most promising defenders, combining technical elegance with strong positional awareness and physical strength. Chelsea have made central defence a top priority for January, with Maresca eager to add a reliable long-term partner for Levi Colwill. The Blues have struggled for consistency in the backline, with Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile and Axel Disasi all battling injury or form issues at different stages. Silva's arrival would not only strengthen Chelsea defensively, but also help Maresca implement his possession-based style, where defenders play a crucial role in dictating the rhythm of matches. The Chelsea boss reportedly sees Silva as the ideal modern centre-back, someone who can transition the ball smoothly into midfield and even step forward to initiate attacks, a key part of his tactical setup. The major obstacle: a €100 million release clause. However, signing Antonio Silva will not be easy. The Benfica star has a release clause of around €100 million, £85 million, and the Portuguese giants are under no pressure to sell midway through the season. The Portuguese international averages one of the highest passing accuracies in Europe, over 93%, often breaking opposition lines with progressive balls, something Maresca considers essential for his build-up play. If Chelsea can find a way to meet Benfica's demands or negotiate a staggered payment structure, Silva could become the defensive cornerstone around which Maresca builds his Chelsea project for years to come. Stay tuned here breaks down Chelsea's incoming transfers, transfer rumours and latest updates. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for next updates.